Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As the famous loading screen is about to vanish once more, and we get to see the site of our little lake village, which, by the way, is at a crucial point in its development currently, because resources are very scarce, and we are facing our first winter, and winters are harsh. I mean, most of us, at least in Western Europe, don't really know what that feels like anymore, because winters are very, very mild, or have become very, very mild in recent years. But here, in this valley, the winters are nothing to be scoffed at. I'm liking this setup. This triage here of the resource storage, the food storage, and the actual kitchen. It just works, you know? Anyway. So we have set up, wait, just do a little recap. We have set up our first two fields that are going to nourish our villages, but sadly not this year. That is not possible. But we have here some rye, and then as soon as we can, we're going to grow oat here as well, which we are then going to turn partially into animal feed, but also, of course, flour or bread, or I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. Probably something like bread for our dear villagers. Bread being probably one of the best inventions we've ever had, if you think about it. It is really a fabulous, fabulous dish. Well, a food source, an essential. Well, you get the point. So that being said, as I was explaining before, resources are very scarce right now. It is very hard to actually replenish all the tools that we need to keep everything running. For example, if we look at our, where is it? Oh, that's a house. Wait, what? Which one is the, oh, this one, the hunting lodge. So here, this is that the last knife that is available, in fact? This is about to give in. And then we have nothing. Oh, Willebo, you're here. There is a copper now. Okay, we're actually not doing too badly here. This is probably going to last for a little while longer. I know for sure that our woodshed is on its last, even though it's an iron axe, but even that is not going to last forever. And then we're going to have to replenish it. And with what? Because currently the only resource that we are getting in is copper, but not a lot. And so it is very difficult to replenish all the tools, as I said. Including even the pickaxe that is required to get the copper and the stone that we require. Anyway, long speech, little sense. Let's go to Gastovia and return the copper hoe to Alvin. But before we do that, let me try one thing. I have heard that there is a secret source of money that we should maybe abuse, and that is the wooden spoon. Fairly easy to make with sticks that are currently just sitting in our resource storage, and we're not doing anything with them. I mean, I could be building some fences, but I don't really want to do that. So let's craft, I don't know, some 50... Yeah, let's make 50 wooden spoons. Why not? So, and while we are carving away at an imaginary... What is this, a cup? A bowl? It's definitely not a spoon. But anyway, he is making spoons, do not worry. We're gonna take them, we're gonna sell them. Because I hate walking somewhere empty-handed. I always want to craft something so that we can sell something wherever we go, right? That is something when anyone here decides to play the game themselves, already has, they already know this. Money is, well, even in these times, money was an essential good that, yeah, we're going to need. I mean, well, specifically in this game, of course, the thing is that if you want to unlock new recipes, as you've just seen, the very recipe to craft these wooden spoons cost me 50 coins. And the price only goes up with future tools that we might want to craft. And so anything that you want to unlock is not unlocked by some kind of progress, it is unlocked with money. So you need to use the progress that you have to make more money in order to actually unlock the recipes that you want to buy, build, whatever. That's how that works. I mean, aside from buildings. Buildings are unlocked with progression, but all the little tools that we can craft, the decoration that we can eventually make, that is all unlocked with money. Boom, as you can see here, right? So for one, you need to have the amount of technology to actually unlock the, to be allowed to even craft the tool, the item. For example, here, the wicker crate. We are far, far away from that. And so, yeah. And now we have a sewing hut. That is, okay, that's actually nice. I should probably take advantage of that. Where's my copper hammer? So the sewing hut is going to allow us to, I mean, do we need it right now? No, we can do that later. It's fine. But a sewing hut is definitely something we need. Because only then can we actually turn the flax that we have grown and we can turn it into linen thread. And then either sell it if we wanted to, that will be possible if we are really short on money. Or we could craft something else with it. I don't know why these deers are scared of me. I'm not even hunting them right now. I also do not want to be hunted by the wolves. Oh, yeah, that's happening. Angry wolf is angry. Where is he? Oh, I think he's eating a deer. We're fine. We're good. I do not know if that in between... Is that a wolf? Probably. Let's assume it's a wolf. It could be. Oof. I'm not nervous or anything, but... Wolves are definitely scary. Now we are heading towards Gastovia with our spoons and some food. Wait, we've been here before, right? But was that in summer? I guess it was. I think we've looted everything from here except maybe for firewood and... oh, leather. Nice. One single piece of leather. Now, as we are walking towards Gastovia, let me find... maybe... find the story of Onivak. Okay, do a little recap. So Onivak is the bird, a magical bird. And the king wants the bird. But the king also wants the golden apple that is sprouting from the apple tree. This is probably confusing. But trust me, it's a great story. Probably. I've never read it before, but it's I assume it's a great story. And then there are three younger, the three sons of the king. They are tasked with bringing back the bird because the king has fallen ill and is probably going to die. As it happens, you know, if you don't get to see a bird, you die. I mean, everyone knows that. So anyway, and then the bird has reincarnated into a fox, and the two elder brothers have scared away the fox, saying, "Ah, no, I'm not sharing my food with you. Go away." But the youngest son, he shared half his food, half his ration, with the fox. And so the fox said, "Awesome, follow me. I will take you to the castle made of copper, because why not? Where the bird is actually at home. I will help you." So anyway, yeah. So until they came to a castle built of copper. "The bird of fire is in this castle," said the fox. "You must enter exactly at midday, for then the guards will be asleep, and you will pass unnoticed." I killed these guys here, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah, here they are. The arrow still sticking in them. Or not. What is this? Oh, a bronze mace. I didn't see that before. But I have looted them otherwise. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, the guards will be asleep and you will pass unnoticed. Above all, beware of stopping anywhere. In the first apartment, you will find 12 birds, black as night, in golden cages. In the second, 12 golden birds, in wooden cages. In the third, Onivak, the bird of fire, roosting on his perch. Near him are 2 cages, one of wood and the other of gold. Be sure you put him in the wooden cage. You would be sorry for it if he were put into the golden one. Everybody knows that golden cages suck. Wooden cages is the way to go. The prince entered the castle and found everything just as the fox told him. Having passed through the 2 rooms, he came to the third. And there he saw the firebird on his perch, apparently asleep. It was indeed a beautiful creature, so beautiful that the prince's heart beat high with joy. He handled him without difficulty and put him into the wooden cage, thinking at the same time to himself that it could hardly be right for such a lovely bird to be in such an ugly cage. A golden cage could be the only right place for him. No, don't do that. Don't do it. So he took him out of the wooden cage and placed him in the golden one. No! Why would you do that? That is silly. Hardly had he shut the door when the bird opened its eyes and gave a piercing scream. So shrill was it that it awoke the other birds, who began to sing as loud as they could, and gave the alarm to the guards at the palace door. These rushed in, seized the prince, and dragged him before the king. The latter was very angry. So this must be a different king, obviously, so we are in a different kingdom now. The latter was very angry, and said, "Infamous thief, who are you to have dared to force an entrance and pass through my sentinels to steal my bird Onivak?" "I'm not a thief," answered the young prince indignantly. "I have come to reclaim a thief whom you protect. I am the son of a king, and in my father's garden is an apple tree that bears golden fruit. It blossoms at morning time, while during the day the flower develops into an apple that grows and ripens after sunset. Now in the night your bird robbed us of our golden apples, and though I watched and wounded him, I could not catch him. My father is dying with grief because of this, and the only remedy that can save and restore him to health is that he may listen to the firebird one more time. And now I would have to scroll, and I don't really want to, so let us find Alvin and give him the hoe that he craves for. Everyone is walking around. Oh, you look very busy. So here in this village, actually, since it is pretty much the main village of the valley, you can find not only cows, but also goose. Yes. Now we know. And where's Alvin? In the fields. Of course he is. Alvin. Hi. I'm back. With your hoe. Thank you. Did you have enough coins? Yes, Falibor even sold it cheaper for you. I'm honest, I mean for 30 coins it's not really worth it. Oh, that's very kind of him. Keep the coin, you've helped me on more than one occasion. You deserve it, friend. And did you talk with Falibor? What's new with him? Yeah, we talked a bit. He mentioned that some hunter he knew was looking for buyers for his bows. Really? What, are you interested? I don't know. Okay, what was that ringing the bell for? I don't know, I've never even shot a bow. I guess I wouldn't be good at it anyways. Trying is better than doing nothing, don't you think? You have a completely different approach to life than I do. But you may be right. I will have to think this out. Fine, I'll leave you with your thoughts then. See you next time. Wait for the next season. No. No, I will not. I want to sell my spoons, I think. That's what I would like to do. As soon as I find, well, some kind of person. Why are they letting the children roam freely like this? What if they fall down and hit their head? Then you have no more children. But you need the children. I'm guessing everyone is hanging out in the tavern, huh? Yes, they are. Edwin. Life is, you know. You look like you need help with something. Herbs and mushroom. Do I look like a doctor to you?
How can I help?
But you can buy my wooden spoons. That would be nice. 50 of them. And we can't even sell them for the full price, so we're only getting 1 coin. So only effectively we're getting a little more than, yeah, 70 coin. That's not ideal. But I guess we're walking back then. But we are not going to take the same route. No, no, no. We do not. Okay, let's continue with the story, I guess. Let me scroll down a bit. So this is why I beg your majesty to give him to me. The bird Onivak, that is, of course. You may have him, said the king. But on one condition. That you bring me Slato Nivrak, Mrivak, the horse with the golden mane. Never heard of him. So the prince had to go away empty-handed. Because nobody knows what Zlato Nrivak even is. Why did you not do as I told you? Why must you go and take the golden cage? Said the fox, in despair at the failure of the expedition. I admit it was my own fault, said the prince, but do not punish me by being angry. I want your advice. Tell me, how am I to get Zlato Nrivak? This is going to be a tongue twister every single time, I think. And also we are walking through a very, very, very dark and scary forest right now. So, in fact, I need this story to distract me. Otherwise, I might get scared. I really don't know what is lurking here on the side. Could be anything. Anyway. I know how it can be done, answered the red fox. Wait, I'm straying off the path. Answered the red fox, right. And I will help you once more. Get on your horse, follow me and do as I tell you. This time for real. The fox ran on in front, clearing the road with his bushy tail. The prince followed at a gallop, until they came to a castle, built entirely of silver. In that castle lives the horse with the golden mane, said the fox. You will have to go exactly at midday, when the sentinels are asleep. Thus you will get... Wait, did I just miss something? Nah. Probably not. You will have to go exactly at midday when the sentinels are asleep. Thus you will get past safe and sound. Safe and sound, just like we are going to be. Right? Right? I hope so. Why is there a fence here? That's random. But mind, do not stop anywhere. You must pass through 3 stables. In the first are 12 black horses with golden bridles. In the second, 12 white horses with black bridles. And in the third stands Zlato Nrivak in front of his manger, while near him are 2 bridles, one of gold and the other of black leather. Whoa, scary birds. This is just going to take a while. And I have to scroll again. I really need to think of a better way to read a story while walking in the game. This is very difficult. Okay. Whatever you do, beware of using the first, for you will surely repent it. I'm not sure my little torch is actually going to last much longer, and I don't think I have another one, do I? Oh, I have 2 torches. Okay, we're good. Huh? Is that a trap? Ooh. Look at this. An abandoned camp. Surely it must be abandoned. And there is another iron axe. We are saved. What else is here? A coverlet. And a rich hood. Maybe we don't need to worry about getting cold in the winter now. The rod, we don't really need to take that. And a bunch of iron arrows. And a fishing spear. Wow. I don't really want to take any of this. Nor do I want to take a simple bucket. But I'm taking the fur and the leather for sure. This is amazing. Indeed. And a carrot. Well, this couldn't have gone any better, I don't think. More fishing spears. And a barrel with meat. And a simple torch. Exactly what I needed. And now I'm so overloaded that, yeah, moving is gonna be difficult. And where is the actual path? I'll be honest, I lost it. Ah, here. Okay. So now, where was I? The prince... He's thirsty. Okay, fine. We can get some water. Oh. A fishing spear. More supplies. Okay, that was one fishing spear too many. What if I eat the carrot? Suddenly I'm fine. The carrot was too much. Beautiful. So before he starts complaining about not having enough food, let's have some of this. Now back to our path. Back home. Eventually. The prince waited until the appointed time and then entered the castle, finding everything exactly as the fox said. In the third stable stood Zlato Nrivak. I'm beginning to hate that name. Eating fire that flared up out of his silver through. Crow. I'm not sure what word this is supposed to be. What you eat from, I guess, right? The horse with the golden mane was so beautiful that the prince could not take his eyes off him. Quickly unhooking the black leather bridle, he put it over the horse's head. The animal made no resistance, but was gentle and quiet as a lamb. Then the prince looked covetously at the golden bridle sparkling with sparkling... Oh my god, let's start over. Then the prince looked covetously at the golden bridle sparkling with gems, and then said to himself, please don't. It's a shame that such a splendid creature should be guided by these ugly black reins, while there is a bridle here far more suited to him, and that is indeed his by right. I am by now convinced that this prince is the most stupid prince I've ever seen. So forgetting his late experience, and the warnings of the red fox, he tore off the black bridle, and put in its place that of gold, set with precious stones. Why would he do that? This is aggravating. No sooner did the horse feel the change than he began to neigh and caper about, while all the other horses answered with a perfect storm of neighings. The sentinels, aroused by the noise, ran in and seized the prince and led him before the king. Once more. This guy never learns. "Insolent thief!" cried the enraged monarch. "How is it that you have escaped the vigilance of the guards and have dared to lay hands upon my horse with the golden mane? It is really disgraceful." I agree. It really is. "True. I am nothing better," replied the prince proudly. "But I was forced to do it against my will." What? What is he saying even? It makes no sense. And he related all his misadventures at the Copper Castle, adding that it was impossible to obtain the Firebird, except in exchange for Zlato Nirivak. This is really hard for me, you know? My European tongue cannot cope with a consonant like N and R right next to each other. Nr, Nrivak. This is really difficult. I don't know if anyone can relate, but it's really... yeah, it's really hard. Anyway. And that he hoped His Majesty would make him a present of the horse. So he did everything wrong twice. And then he is rightfully accused by the king of thievery. And then he has the... I don't know what to say. What is this story even? I'm really amazed. So he hopes that he will get the horse as a present for his misdemeanors. "Well, most willingly," answered the king. "But on one condition. That you bring me the maiden with the golden locks." Of course. What else could it have been? "She lives in the Golden Castle, on the shores of the Black Sea." Oh, at the Black Sea. No, there we go. "The fox was waiting in the forest, the prince's return. And when he saw him come back without the horse, he was very angry indeed. 'Did I not warn you,' said he, 'to be content with the black leather bridle? It is really a loss of time to try and help such an ungrateful fellow, for it seems impossible to make you hear reason.'" He's right, you know. He's absolutely right. I've been here before, haven't I? I guess so. I think I should not push my luck and just try to make it home in one piece. After all, I have scored yet another Iron Axe. A rare feat indeed. Oh, we should read more of the story, shouldn't we? "Don't be cross," said the prince. "I confess that I'm in fault. I ought to have obeyed your orders. But have a little more patience with me and help me out of this difficulty." "Ah, very well, but this will certainly be the last time. If you do just as you are told, we may yet repair all that has been spoiled by your imprudence. Mount your horse and follow. Off." I'm walking in the wrong direction. The fox ran on in front, clearing the road with his bushy tail, until they reached the shores of the Black Sea. "The palace yonder," said the fox, "is the residence of the Queen of the Ocean Kingdom. She has 3 daughters. It is the youngest who has the golden hair, and is called Zlato Vlaska. Why are you doing this to me? Well, it's the story that I chose. I really cannot blame anyone but myself. Now, you must first go to the queen and ask her to give you one of her daughters in marriage. If she takes kindly to your proposal, she will bid you choose. And mind you, you take that princess who is the most plainly dressed. He's never going to make it. There's no way. The queen received him most graciously, and when he explained the object of his visit, she led him into a room where the 3 daughters were spinning. So she means working, of course, on textiles, not spinning in place or something. They were so much alike that no one could possibly distinguish one from another, and they were all so marvelously lovely that when the young prince looked upon them, he dared hardly breathe. Their hair was carefully covered by a veil through which one could not distinguish the color of it. Need to scroll again. But their dresses were different. The first wore a gown and veil embroidered with gold, and used a golden distaff. The second had on a gown embroidered with silver, and held a distaff of the same metal. The third wore a gown and veil of dazzling whiteness, and her distaff, was made of wood. The mother bade the prince to choose, whereupon he pointed to the maiden clothed in white, saying, "Give this one to wife." "Ah," said the queen, "someone has been letting you into the secret. But wait a little. We shall meet again tomorrow." All that night the prince lay awake, wondering how he should manage not to make a mistake on the morrow. Interesting English. At dawn he was already at the palace gates, which he had hardly entered, when the princess clothed in white chanced to pass. It was Zlatovlaska, and she had come to meet him. "If it is your wish to choose me again today," she said, "observe carefully and take the maiden around whose head buzzes a small fly." In the afternoon the queen took the prince into a room where her 3 daughters sat, and said, "If among these princesses you recognize the one you chose yesterday, she shall be yours. If not, you must die." Because clearly, what else could he possibly be doing? The young girls stood side by side, dressed alike in costly robes, and all had golden hair. The prince was puzzled, and their beauty and splendor dazzled him. For some time he could hardly see distinctly. Then, all of a sudden, a small fly buzzed over the head of one of the princesses. "This is the maiden who belongs to me," cried he, "and whom I chose yesterday." The queen, astonished that he would have guessed correctly, said, "Quite right, but I cannot let you have her until you have submitted to another trial, which shall be explained to you tomorrow." Okay, and with this, I think it's time that we bring everything that we have found into our resource storage. There's a lot, after all. So, number 1. The coverlet I think we want to give to our... actually, I'm not sure if that's the right gift for her. So I will explain that in a second. So now, for now, let's put away the fishing spears, which would have come in handy last season. The fur, the leather, and the iron axe. We don't have to worry about that. The workers in their stations will always access any kind of tool from the resource storage. Right. That is it. But we are carrying so much stuff. And we have 2 copper knives. I'm not sure why. We're going to be placing some of this food in here as well. The salted fish meat, the salted meat, and that's it. We still have some pottage. Wait, how much meat do we have here? 5. That is not a lot, but it's more than 0. How many buckets do we have? 4. 4 buckets. Okay. Why is she making 2 buckets of water a day? Suddenly. The last time I checked, she was making 0.5. Oh, she has increased her skills. I think from... I don't know if she started at a 2 or a 3, but she's already at a 4. So we have to adapt to this and lower the amount of buckets that she's filling with water every day, because this is too much. This should suffice. Yeah, we have way more water than we need right now. Now, as for the sewing hut, where should we place that? Maybe right here. After all, this is basically the crafting area. Station, if you will. So right here would be a good spot, I think. Let's see. Sewing hut. We even have all the tools. And we are still in range of the resource storage. Lovely. This is fairly open, very open design. Aha, now we're not in range anymore. Okay. I want to cry. Is this really gonna be impossible? Can we maybe manage from this distance? Come on. Oh my god. Did I actually place the iron axe in the resource storage? I don't remember. Yeah, I still need that upgrade. For the resource storage. So badly. But maybe we can finish the roof. That might work out. But I think the outer walls are just not... Yeah, this is not gonna work. So we need 12 sticks, 3 logs, and 8 straw. What did I say? 12 sticks? And what? 3 logs? 1 for each wall, right? 12 sticks. And then 8 straw for the roof. No problem. And then we can get to work and turn all that flax that we've grown into something infinitely more valuable and useful. Okay. Done. So now, if we approach the spinning wheel here, and if we weren't outside of the range again, then we could turn all of this precious... Wait, I need some food. Yeah, we're gonna eat the rye bread, why not? But we don't have any water. That is a shame. So anyway, the black stalk, where is it? Yeah. What? All of it. Give it to me. I am carrying too much, but I do not care. I'm about to become very, very rich. Technically, you can also check the temperature, right? I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but here you can see the temperature. And then if you look at the overview of our character, you can also see if we're actually freezing or not. And we are about to start freezing, but if we now put on this rich hood, which makes us look very fancy, this is going to increase. Not by a lot, it's not going to save us in winter, but it is definitely going to be useful. Now, wait, why have I a bronze mace equipped? What was here before? I'm not sure. Now we can start crafting. 43 linen threads. This is going to take a while and is rather noisy, so let me look at the time. We've been at it for 47 minutes. Yeah, but it was quite successful. Now, with the linen threads, what do we want to do? I don't know if I would be able to unlock the next level bow, which is a longbow. That will allow us to actually deal more damage. And it also, I think, it can shoot over a longer distance, probably. So it's just an upgrade in every sense. And as we are spinning away on our little wheel, maybe someone enjoys the sound, I don't know. Yeah, was that nice? I think so. That is beautiful. Okay, enough of that. So as I was saying, with the linen thread, we have a very valuable resource that can be used for crafting a bow. I mean, I think apart from the linen thread, there is really nothing that we don't have in abundance. And so we could craft a few bows and sell them and probably make a lot of money. Because bows, they sell for, I think, at least 100 coins. Maybe. We can take a look. And what are we going to do with that money? Well, for one, of course, we need to save some money to actually be able and buy the oat seeds. Because I don't think we've done that yet, have we? I don't think. No, I think I only bought the rye seeds because that's the only thing I can, or I was able to actually sow right now. I think that's the case. A new level in production unlocked. Let's see. Yes, for sewing knowledge. Right. So what can we do with this? Slower durability loss. Don't tease me with that. That is definitely what I want. We are in the process of building, and anything that can help us with the durability loss of any of our tools is absolutely welcome. Mind you, this always only affects the tools that we are using. This does not affect the tools that our villagers are using. They will always deteriorate at the same kind of rate. Now, what have we unlocked here? The pigsty we have built. The sewing hut, and we've immediately built it. Yes. Very good. Which, now that I think about this, let me see. What exactly are we producing in terms of leather and fur? There are a few items that are made of exactly those two components. So he has 4 hunting skill, which is not terrible. I think we can suspend with the feather gathering for now. And bring in a little more meat. And a little more leather. It's not much, but it's something. Oh, now I wanted to see. So here we can, we have 1 flux stalk left. So 1 linen thread is worth 40 gold. Now keep that in mind. And if we look at the workbench here, we do not have enough technology to unlock the longbow. That sucks. And 1 bow goes for 170 gold. And it only requires 1 log. And 2 linen thread, actually. So we remember 1 linen thread is worth 40, so 2 linen thread, 80 gold.
I'm thirsty.
And a log is worth what? 5? 3? I don't even know. So I think, apart from the bow that we need to defend ourselves, we could, I mean, it's not a whole lot of money, but it's something. This could maybe pay for, it could pay for my winter dress, winter jacket, something. Maybe. But let's see first what else we can craft. And let's also get some water before he keeps... Yes, he's dying of thirst. So dramatic. Poor Racimir. First he had to walk all night in the dark forest, and now he's dying of thirst. Where's that lady again? I have not spoken to her today, and I want to give her a gift. Where could she be? He's definitely not in the actual excavation shed, yes. By the way, has she also had a skill upgrade? I think so. Probably. So we can also lower this amount a little bit. And then gain a little more copper. I'm still confused by this. I still don't know where exactly she's getting the copper from. I mean, sure, I guess there could be a copper vein in the ground, because there are some mountains nearby, after all, here. I mean, this is very... I guess that makes sense. But there is no mine, as far as I know. The next mine, I believe, is somewhere here. And she's not going there. So, yeah. Now let's see if we can find her. As she is excavating here somewhere. Is she kneeling somewhere? Is she walking on the path of righteousness? This woman keeps eluding me. Wait. Nieva.
How can I help you?
How about you accept my gift, which I have acquired under threat of losing my own life? This coverlet here. And I could have sold this, yes, but of course I want to charm this woman. Absolutely I want to. +7. It's not really my style, but I'll make an exception for you. So she is already so, you know, enamored by us that she doesn't even mind that we're giving her a gift that she doesn't even like. Amazing. Now, can we seal the deal? I don't think 82% affection is enough to speak about love. But maybe let's try this approach. When you're not around, I feel incomplete. Follow. Who wouldn't? Once you met Queen Bee, that's all you want to see. Okay. She definitely likes compliments. We figured that out. So this is some kind of riddle, and I don't even know the answer to this myself. But let's give it a try. I'm actually curious. What's the difference between a woman's argument and a knife? Are you sure you want to finish this? Probably not. She is spicy.
See you soon.
Yeah. We almost had her. Anyway. This path leads us directly back into our village. But I actually do not know if there is something nearby that we can loot. There might be something here. On this very road. Sometimes it happens. We just keep our eyes peeled. There you go. A copper spear. Not great, not terrible. And then there's some fur. From some poor soul that has clearly been, I don't know, abducted? Eaten alive? Who knows? And maybe there's more. You never know. Wait, how many arrows do I have? 6. That's not... It's not enough to defend myself, I don't think. Am I walking into a death trap right now? I might be. But I can already see there is more loot. So I have to get it. There's only foxes here. Yeah, this is fine. Small bundle. A bundle. A new bow. Some stone arrows. We are saved. Now, where does this lead to? I'm not sure, actually. Nah. I don't trust this. It's too easy. I think... No, these are not wolves, actually. Oh, we can actually follow this path. This is... Was that not a wolf? I do believe it was. Never mind. So naturally, on this very map here, you can only see the animals that you've actually discovered yourself. If you've never walked into the area, you don't know what is there. Exactly. I agree. I think there's actually more wolves ahead here. And they're probably going to start hunting. Yep, here they are. You can see two of them. Hey, don't come running towards me. And they are going to try and kill the deer. Sometimes successfully. Oh, hello. So there's now a lot of commotion here among the deer. Now I think technically we don't really have any other business to conduct in this season. There's nothing else we can plant. There is nothing else we need to build right now, apart from, well, a herbalist hut we could build, but for what? The only thing to gather right now is probably mushrooms. And I don't really see what we would need them for. So I think it would be wise if we actually proceeded to the next season. Yeah. But only after checking if there's anything that we might be able to craft in our brand new sewing hut. Yeah. Out of leather and fur. What could you make out of leather and fur? Maybe some kind of shoe? But then it is unlikely that we actually have unlocked the technology. What is over here? Is there anything? A threat? Maybe some bandits camping nearby? It is possible, I guess. I suppose. Perhaps just across this hill. No, there's nothing. It is absolutely quiet and peaceful. How boring. Why is there a log here? Did I drop this here? Can I carry this? I guess I can. No problem. We are carrying this with one hand. I would like to point that out. Absolutely no challenge whatsoever. Now maybe if Nieva sees us, she will be impressed. But I don't even see her. Oh well. It is all in vain, isn't it? Wait, we can rotate the item? Oh yeah. Carry it like this. Like a proud flag. Here you go. It's for you. Alright, fine. I'll take it to the resource storage myself. Along with the fur and the thread and the log and the salted meat. No, doesn't belong here. The copper knife is mine. The copper spear. I honestly do not think... I mean, 55 piercing damage is nothing to scoff at, to be honest. It's not terrible. We might just keep it on us, yeah. Now, what did I want? I wanted to check out the sewing hut and see what else we could craft here. So there are a few interesting options. For one, backpacks and pouches. I forgot about this actually. So backpacks and pouches actually have an effect in game. So if you put on such a backpack here, for example, a simple one, we could increase our carry weight, which would obviously be appreciated. Also, there's a small pouch and there are large backpacks. But this is out of our reach. We could make a simple small backpack, indeed. But it also costs 400 gold. Or the other option would be out of leather, even though that's quite a lot of leather. They sell for 70. But they otherwise only require sticks. But leather is something we don't get a lot of. We barely make 2 leather a day from our hunter. Which makes me think maybe it is time for Berta to settle down. Not with us. Right? Not everyone can be that lucky, but with another man. One that also goes hunting. And then we would double the income of leather, indeed. And then we could maybe think about crafting such a small pouch from time to time. And then selling it for nearly 70 gold. It will not be 70 gold, it will be something like 60, 64, 63, I don't know. But it's better than nothing. Anyway, I do think that I should craft myself such a simple backpack for now. Wait, simple small backpack. I do not actually know how much that is going to help increase my carry weight though. And actually, if you look at it, so this one requires 4 leather, which is a lot. And it only sells for 70. That's not a lot. But the small backpack only requires 3 leather, but then linen thread too. That's the other investment. So again, we need to keep in mind 2 linen threads is worth about 80 gold. And 3 leather, I believe, is about 25 gold. So that's 105, and then let's say another 10 gold maybe for the sticks. 115 gold. But we can sell it for 210. That's not terrible. Okay, let's check first how much leather do we have actually currently. Because I don't think I've crafted anything out of leather for at least a few days. So we should have some leather. 20 leather. So 3 leather. We could make a few backpacks and sell them, yeah. We could, at the very least, easily make back the money that we need to invest to actually unlock the recipe. And I don't really mind spending the linen thread, because what else am I going to spend it on, right? I actually have 3 bows on me. When did I get the 3rd one? I am not sure. I could sell one. Yeah, I could definitely sell one of these. I'm going to keep this one just as a spare. And we're going to take some of this leather. Wait, what did I say? 3 leather, right? So let's make 3 backpacks. One we're going to keep and 2 we're going to sell. So we need, I think, 4 linen thread and a bunch of sticks. I don't remember, it was 10, I think. So we need 30. And I think I didn't take enough linen thread. We need 2 more. Okay, now we're ready. We're ready to get crafting. And I swear to God, I've not done that much math in a long time. A very long time. So, unlock this and then craft 3. Keep 1, sell the other 2. Easy plan. And maybe we're going to use that immediately to do 2 things. First, we're going to get the oat seeds that we will need. Or oat grain, I guess it is. Right. And now we're going to, if we turn around our little character here, we're going to put on one of these backpacks. There you go. It doesn't do, like, obviously it's a small backpack. It doesn't do all that much, but plus 10 carry weight is actually not very bad. It's definitely better than nothing. And then I think with the bow and the ability to sell the other 2 backpacks for at least 180, that might just be enough to refinance the investments we have to make in order to not die in winter. We will try. I see a boar. But the boar doesn't see us. Now, I am actually a little bit dirty. Just a little bit. I hope this is not going to affect our buying prices. We will see. Ding, 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 ding. Here we are. Where is Matilda? Dagobert is already back in his hut. Everyone is sitting around the fire. How nice. Damroka. Wait, are you on Njegoslav? Let me see. Are you a hunter? You are a hunter, indeed. Njegoslav,
How are you?
welcome to my village. I've chosen you. And you are going to join... Wait, who lives where? Wait, Racimir, that's my house. Berta, you're going to join her. Yes. Berta is 24, he's 22. Perfect match. I'm sure she will not mind a younger husband. But where is... Hey, where's Matilda? Why is she hanging out here?
How is life treating you? Prices
Show me your
are low,
wares.
you don't need to haggle.
What does she have here? Winter coat, 200, actually cheaper than expected. Winter trousers, 195 and 273. That is quite affordable. So we're going to sell this bow. And then we are going to sell the simple oh. What about these? That's another 80 gold. And then of course these two. 147. That's a lot less than what I thought. Well, what can you do? And then we are going to buy winter trousers, 1. And a nice winter coat. Maybe a winter cap also. And then I really don't want to spend any more money. Hey, you can buy the salted meat. No, I don't want to sell the bronze arrows.
See you around.
I really don't want to do that. Now, Njegoslav is going to join us in the lake village. Oh, I forgot to buy the seeds. Right. While I'm here, and while Dagobert is not yet asleep.
How do you do?
How do you do? How do... I don't know how I do, actually. Here, give me the oat grain. I need... What is it? 36? Exactly 36. There you go. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, and suddenly we have nearly doubled our meat and leather income. Which was a really, really good choice, even though it was kind of spontaneous. Because it definitely helps us to stabilize our economy. Now we have a chance to actually craft something regularly and sell it for decent money. Maybe not a backpack, maybe it will be something else, but something. Okay. At the same time, I think I want to do a few things. Number 1, assign him to his new job. Njegoslav. Assigned. And suddenly we're making 3 leather a day and 7 meat. That is amazing. We are saved. But they will need a knife. And we want to craft... copper. I hope that a knife maybe only costs 1 copper bar, so that we can craft at least 2. That is going to be very, very helpful, if that is the case indeed. Copper tools, copper knife. I have to unlock it even. And it does cost 2. That is annoying. Alright. We're gonna put this away. 100% copper knife. Done. Sticks we do not need. Why do I have so many sticks anyway? And then it is time for us to... Wait, I forgot the oat grain. Oh no. I can only plant this in spring, right? Yes, during spring. Okay. So definitely I don't want to carry this around the whole time. Put that away. And then, after only 5 days in autumn, this season is going to be very short. So let's dress up for winter. The coat, the trousers, and the cap. And suddenly we look very different. And it also means that we can put away our usual clothes because we will not need them for a while. Oh, we have 2 hats actually. Yes, that is another thing that we can sell. That's very nice. Why do I have more than 1 stone axe on me? I have no idea. Well, what am I doing? I should just go to sleep. Winter time, here we come. I already know what kind of thumbnail I'm gonna make. Winter. Nothing happened. Nobody got engaged. There's no children. No nothing. And boom. Isn't that beautiful? And everything is covered in white and everyone is dressed properly. So when are you guys gonna get married finally, huh?
How are you?
How am I? Well, while your soon-to-be husband is gone, why don't we have a little chat? Have you heard about the blacksmith from Hornica? He's always horny and hammered. I really don't think she has that kind of humor. But you are hilarious. You are funny. I don't think I was trying to be funny. Oh. But she is a poet at heart. I know that. So she's gonna love this one. Many people are talking about a farmer from the south who fell in love with his subordinate. Some find it repulsive, no idea why. The heart wants what it wants. The course of true love never did run smooth. Exactly. Right.
The chair deficiency in this village starts to be a bit annoying.
Sorry, what? Never. Hello. Can I interest you in a little chat? That is the finest dress I've seen in my whole life. Hands down. 90 plus 10. Finally someone with a good eye for beauty. It is hard to find someone so appreciative around here. You are correct. And with this, I want to seal the deal. 97%. I think we have a good chance. I have never felt love like that before. And it scares me, because that is scary. But I'd rather spend my whole life living in fear than to draw even one more breath without you as my wife. Oh. We actually need 100. I thought once you are in the area of 90, you have a chance. Ah, okay. Rejection is hard. Can we have another try? I want to do bad things with you, girl. I'm not sure what's going to happen if I click on this, but I'm just curious. And you will. The worst of things, but only if I command you to. Oh, okay. I see. It's starting to get really hard to keep my hands to myself around you. Patience is a virtue of the nobleman. Okay. We're not going to wife her today, but we are going to wife her tomorrow. It is done. 100% affection. Amazing. Yeah. Anyway, let's put away the stone axes that for some reason I keep carrying around with me. I don't even know when I collected them. Here, stone axe. This and this. Actually, this one too. Why do I need 3? We can keep them for anything else. And suddenly, our inventory is pretty clean. And we can carry around a lot more than before. Ah. But wait. Onions. Am I right? Onions? Carrot seeds. Right, but I think carrots. So if I plant carrot seeds now, they will only be done by summer. And I think, I don't know, do I want onions or carrots? This very much depends on the recipe of what you can make with them. Hang on, let me see. So we have here a stew, which requires carrots, indeed, and just meat. And then we have a stew, no, soup, no. Mushroom soup, no. What was the other thing? Porridges, no. Other. Meat with gravy, right, that's for onions. But for this you need roasted meat. So there's a step in between. Oh. And it requires a wooden plate. You know what? I'm gonna go with the carrots then. Right. So here we go. Let me grab the carrot seeds. 15 of which we have for reasons that I cannot comprehend right now. And as far as I remember, the field is totally prepared. And this is my gift for the new and happy couple. Carrots. You are welcome. Actually, this is not even a 15 by 15 field, isn't it? This is a 3 by 4. Oh well. Well, you can never have too many carrot seeds, can you? It looks, of course, very barren. It's not... I would normally... what would I do? Let me see. So there are fences here. And then there are stick fences, low wattle fences. But 200 coins. I don't have that many coins left. So I don't want to do that right now. If I have some money to spare, I will happily do this. And then, you know, frame this properly. But at the moment, it is just not possible. We cannot afford that kind of luxury. How are we doing here, Berta?
Hello.
Hello. Your affection for me is way... Why is it going down? I can't stand laziness in people, you know? Your diligence should be an inspiration for everybody. You appreciate that. I hope you do.
See you around.
It has, however, not increased my diplomacy skill. Oh. Oh. We are far away from increasing that skill. I think I'm going to stop romancing all the women. Not only are most of them taken by now,
I know not every
but also I'm going to get married, so then I cannot romance the others anyway, right? That's not... We're not cheating. It's just, you know. Ah, right, the pigsty. But the pigsty would require me to have another villager. Take care of them. I don't think I'm ready to do that just yet. So maybe we're going to postpone getting the pigs until spring. That was probably audible. I'm curious. There is nothing here. Strange. No bandits, no nothing. They've moved on. Hmm. I don't know why, but for some reason, walking even through this virtual snow world is just making my heart jump. This is probably one of the few things that are left from childhood where, for me, a day of snow is a day of fun. That is a core memory that is just ingrained into my heart. Oh. There is our future wife walking to work to gather all these precious resources that we require. Isn't she lovely? Okay, there's nothing here. I was hoping that maybe some kind of camp would have spawned here, but no. No, it has not. There is, in fact, absolutely nothing here. Not even the wagon. Even that has been taken away. Sad. Oh well. Oh, right. I wanted to check something. So, in our statistics, yesterday when there was still autumn, half a bucket of water was used, and we only have 3 actually in the storage, which is interesting because I thought there would be more. Anyway. 1 piece of meat was used. I'm not sure. Oh, it was used for the dried meat. Right, that makes sense. 3 pottages were eaten and now they're gone. And also 2 roasted pieces of meat. The people are hungry, sire. The people are craving food. Luckily, my investment into increasing the amount of firewood has paid off. We are gaining firewood. That is crucially important for winter. And we have a decent amount of logs in storage. And copper ore, yeah, we're making 2 a day. Not great, not terrible. Better than nothing. You can hardly see. You can see one house. That's it. Otherwise, it's not very obvious that there is a village next to the lake. Hmm. This has been freshly planted. How are we doing here? Oh no, the pickaxe is about to break. And she's not very happy. Well, she's gonna be a lot happier tomorrow, I think. I hope. I hope this might even cause a spontaneous skill increase or something. You never know. Let me make some cottage for my people. Again, 3. That's all we can make. And it is very possible that once the cabbages that we have are gone, as in used for the pottage, then it might be time to move on to the next season and to conclude the year. Wait, we can make more? Oh, because we have salted meat. Well, then let's make one more. Plop, plop, plop. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. We still have some rot. And here goes the pottage. There's not even a distinction being made. Even though one of them was made with salted meat. But then it's all thrown together as pottage. Anyways. We have 111 left. How much cabbage does it require to make one pottage? 2. Okay. So we have plenty of pottage left. Alright. And also, we are going to make some fertilizer for springtime. Actually, not a lot. This is a really bad ratio. You need so much rot in order to get any kind of fertilizer out of this. Oh well. How much does fertilizer actually sell for? 4 gold. Considering how important fertilizer is, I'm surprised that it's not worth more. How much fertilizer do we have? That's all we have? Oh my, I'm a bit shocked by this, to be honest. What else do we have in our food storage that is definitely gonna go bad? Berries. Eggs. We have no use for the eggs yet. Oh. Pretty sure this does not belong here. And berries. Yeah. No, we're gonna use the berries to make a little more rot. I'm stuck. And what do we do? I can afford pigs. What I cannot afford is a person that takes care of the pigs right now. Because I have no one left without anything to do. I mean, sure, I could... Wait, wasn't she super talented when it came to taking care of animals? I mean, by now her extraction skill has surpassed that, but actually, yeah, she's good at farming. This is her destiny. So I should put her into the proper profession that she was meant to be working in. Yeah. And that is taking care of the pigsty, for sure. Okay. Ah, right, I can also sell these 2 hats that I had left. I can find a new one, it's fine. Okay. This has been the longest episode so far. And before we actually join Nieva, which is probably what I'm going to call her forever, in holy matrimony, I am going to end this episode here with yet another beautiful view over the wintry lake. And in the next episode, we can expect a marriage, which, I mean, okay, technically, even though we will move in together into a new home, by the way, the actual marriage is only going to happen upon the next turn of the season. Pretty sure. But nonetheless, a marriage is a marriage. We have found ourselves a wife. Lucky us. A very sophisticated woman. So Racimir is in good hands now. And otherwise we will just have to try and survive our first winter. That's it. Easy. No problem. Now, if you've made it all the way 1 hour and 43 minutes in, I appreciate your patience. And in case you've fallen asleep, sleep well. And for everyone that is still able to listen and willing to, thank you for watching. I very much appreciate it. And I see you in episode 12. Yeah, because this one is 11. That's right. Episode 12.